So you draw me on the floor. You're right there. So I've been going through a lot of AI art, getting really inspired, but it begs the question, like, why do we create? Because the image is already done, but I'm using it as a reference photo and I want it to be traditional with texture and all the good things. But it's got me thinking, like, a new way to paint, having more of a limited palette in some of my series. I won't do it for all of them because I love colour, I love texture, I love craziness, but sometimes it's good to like strip it down to its bare essentials and create a series. And I've wanted to create like powerful women in water, which has been done before, but it's like, why do I want to create that? I often feel a little bit self-conscious when doing that. I don't want to feel like people assume I'm objectifying, which I'm not. When I'm live drawing, I enjoy the pose, but I'm not really thinking of it in a sexual way. So it's kind of just a very attractive image in a kind of artistic way, but I do find the female form fascinating, but also I find the male form fascinating, and I have done a few commissions with the nude male form before, which there's a video about. So I find the human figure, endlessly fascinating. And with AI, just putting in an image of this and asking it to create the image on a black canvas, it gave me some interesting ideas of how to do the colours, like using greys and blues, which is quite a lot more subdued than what I'd normally do, but it has a real powerful presence. I want to see if I can recreate it in a traditional manner. I like digital art, but I like having the hands-on feel when doing the digital, but I think it'd be fun to try and change a digital AI piece into a canvas piece. Let's see how this goes. And I love YouTube, I love social media in the connection side of things, but it can be a real barrier to actually creating and enjoying the process. So I'm going to film what I can, but I'll be back talking in the voiceover once all the paintings I have in mind are finished, or at least further along anyway. good start, but I think the AI is winning at the moment. So while the map medium is drying on the other large piece, I thought I'd work in the sketchbook, create a load of thumbnails based on this inspiration from the AI art and the pixels and various other things I have in my head, because I do occasionally work straight from my head and create the idea and then use the reference later to get it more detailed, or to just have it as is, to have it. There's something magical about going straight in without a reference, but there's times where I just can't get it, can't figure out the angle, how it should look. So I'm going to get all of these as much as I can down, just to sort of enjoy the sketchbook moment and see what works, what doesn't work, try different techniques out, and painting them smaller would be a lot faster, so I can just create a few of them. So cue the time lapse, I guess. AI creates fast, so let's speed it up. has really got me thinking, because why do we create the images we create? What makes a good painting? But also how I connect to my reference photos. And I don't like to carbon copy. I like to filter through my lens and then make it my own. And I've kind of been trying in this experiment to create the style, create the image, because just as an experiment, but it's really got me thinking around that notion of AI is a good starting point, but I want to really adapt it and make it my own. It's very difficult to go away from the AI. It's already an image, it's already an art image in its own right, in a way, like a digital, but I think if AI is here to stay, it's good to find collaboration with it. And I don't think it has that hands-on feel or the artist's soul or the message or anything like that. But I'm going to try and use it in another way, where I take the AI and then make it my own style, make it my own voice. It's a good starting point, but a lot of inspiration, and it shows that the ideas I've got kind of do work as an image. But I personally would like to have more of a human input, more of a starting point, not having that be the end product, because there's quite a few Instagram accounts that are just AI art with a big following, which I suppose we use the tools available to us. So I don't know how I feel about that really, but it did create a new, show me how I like to blend colours, how I like to, going forward, and also how I want to get my reference photos, because I'd like to take more of my own really. So this whole experiment, I've been really craving just painting from an actual photo. So while I think it's good to use AI for references, there's something missing, because you're not, well, I can speak for myself, but I wasn't feeling like I was interpreting the image in an arty, through my creative lens. I just felt like it's already kind of been done for me. So it's good to use, and I find there's moments to use it, but through the experiment of this video and using it extensively to create artwork, I've just really craved that connection to life. And so here are a few images of me doing just that.